Moscow is more open to fresh ideas than ever before. If it's new, Muscovites want it. Charlie McMahon has made their wanted list. To them, he's a unique performer from an exotic country. He plays his own invention, a cross between a didgeridoo and a trombone.
My approach is experimental, my music is experimental. I got this experimenting with rockets when I was 16. So I really like a different place, a real challenge, you know? And this is here, this is exciting.
Here is just about as far away from his bush home south of Sydney as is possible. A bikers club in the middle of Moscow. It's an otherworldly experience for both Charlie and his young Russian audience.
Ну, это звук исходит из самого мотора, это звук механизмов, звук всасывания воздуха в карбюратор, стук коромысл, клапанов и генератора.
Новые какие-то вибрации, и интересно то, что человек из другого мира по-другому чувствует, по-другому видит. Можешь быть ребенком, слушать его и быть ребенком, выражать себя через, ну, как кто может, я через танец, отвечая ему.
Charlie owes his blossoming popularity in Russia to this man. Businessman Sergei Bazugli is a rare breed, a Russian Australiophile. He's accessorised with Ugg boots, bleached blonde assistants and a leathery cane toad.
In Sydney airport exactly one year ago, I just walked in and out to kill the time and just catch the sound. So unusual sound.
It was the sound of this man, Charlie McMahon.
Charlie! So pleased to meet you. Welcome again.
Thanks, Sergey.
Nice to meet you.
Sergei is Charlie's biggest Russian fan and now his promoter. This is the beginning of the Australian's third tour of Moscow, his first in winter.
First very symbolic touch of the Russian snow, please.
There we go. You got Ugg boots on, Serge.
It's an unexpected twist in a long musical career.
Yeah, they are.
Charlie McMahon is one of Australia's leading didge players. But what really gives Charlie street cred with the Moscow crowd is his work on the soundtrack of the third Mad Max movie. For many Russians, Mad Max was a seminal movie. The film's apocalyptic scenario struck a chord with millions struggling in a post-Soviet reality.
Actually, it was first real movie which catch your interest because it's really about us.
This wasn't part of the deal.
No law. At that moment, you remember the system just changing. No police. Only your family, your kids, and you.
For Charlie, the appeal is obvious.
I think it's the freedom of the outback that's portrayed in Mad Max. I think that's an essential Australian characteristic that people really take to. And just the tough guy thing, you know.
Not so much. It was around 2,000-3,000.
The owner of all of this is the Russian tough guy from Central Casting. He's the leader of the Night Wolves biker gang and the founder of the Sexton Club, Charlie's venue. He's known as Alexander the Surgeon. He claims it was his profession in Soviet times. Dr. Alexander is a fan of both Charlie McMahon and Mad Max.
А мы его в своих программах, да, потом уже развили ее, она заканчивается надеждой. Вот это как бы разница. Но вот сама идея, вот, знаете, вот мне понравилось очень сильно там вот эти вот постиндустриальные все дизайны, да, вот эти вот какие-то, не знаете, вот какие-то вот такие, знаете, с одной стороны осколки цивилизации, реально такой там, высокотехнологичное.
Alexander stages these massive spectaculars as a tribute to Mad Max. With himself, of course, in the starring role.
В те дни сошел гнев земной на пороки человеческой цивилизации и возмездие ее на сынов ее.
That Charlie McMahon played on the Mad Max soundtrack was a dream come true for his Russian promoter.
Oh,
Sergey, I found you. Hello.
Emma, welcome to Australia in the middle of Moscow.
In the middle of Moscow.
Yeah, look at this. 55 square meters of Australia in the middle of Moscow.
It's not the first time Sergei Bazugli has seized an opportunity.
For example, like this.
In the financial free-for-all that was 1990s Russia, he went into business and now owns several Australiana shops. For sale, T-shirts, wide-brimmed hats and more toads.
So what do you use the toad for, though, Sergey?
Well,
Explain
you
it
can
to me.
use it for mobile, you can use it for the key, for the last one bullet, or wherever you want to use it. Okay, Emma, look, there's another one, very famous brand from Australia, Jacaro hats.
He's a great salesman, and the Russians are buying it.
Everyone looking for hats from Australia because it's deep mentality product.
Sergei's latest endeavour could be the most successful of all.
I think Russia itself is a real go place. They're open to new ideas, new sounds, and Sergei is a very, very determined promoter. People here say it's connections, but I really think it has a lot to do with having a lot of fun.
Charlie says Sergei has already saved him from some slippery situations.
Oh, this is wild, this bloody place to walk around. How do you do it, mate?
To be successful in business in Moscow means staying one step ahead of the mafia.
So this is a really wild-looking joint, mate. There are places where you play, and the people that run them part of groups that you don't normally would have association with. I think here it's probably a bit like it was in Australia in the 50s and 60s.
Charlie McMahon, Didgeridoo.
Patrons of the biker club are entranced by the man and his music.
Welcome to what I call Man Max Wonderland.
Я видел ее только по сути, ну так, может быть, по репортажам, по телевизионным, либо по каким-то где-то фильмах. И, конечно, с ним возникают эти пустыни, в принципе, первый все равно образ, ассоциативные какие-то связи с дорогой. Вот привязка с к дороге, вот, и как бы там все играет, имеет роль, да, вот бегущая вот эта вот дорога, пустыни со всех сторон, справа ничего там нету.
Sergei believes Charlie will be a big star in Russia.
Just howls.
He's already slated to play at one of Moscow's largest dance parties and star in a Russian TV documentary.
But don't feel sad for this lonely dog of the bush. For me, it's not so much how hard it is to get into Russia, but it will be how hard it will be to get out of it, because there's been that much commitment. Everybody.
Thank you, Charlie. As you know, there is Mr. Mozart, but nobody can touch him. There is Mr. Tchaikovsky. He is great, but nobody can touch him. But there is Mr. Charlie McMahon. He is great, and I can visit him right now. He's still alive. Set, ready, go.
But drinking buddies don't necessarily make good business partners.
That's good stuff, mate.
Not long after this toast, the friends fell out. Charlie told me he hadn't been paid for the tour, that Sergei owes him a lot of money. But in Russia, that's showbiz.
Go, Charlie!
Go, mate.
Yeah.